Hey everyone, Garbage here. Sometimes when I'm working on my multiplayer game, I'm able to add a lot of new features within a short amount of time, like a week. And then sometimes, like this week, you spend all of that time on just trying to get one single thing working correctly. And in my case, it was adding a shotgun to my game. So why did it take so long? Well, to start from the beginning, you have to make the model for the weapon. And I went through a couple of iterations before I settled on the one I'm using now. The main issue is that when you have more than one gun in your game, you have to make sure that they all look like they belong in the same universe. Previous versions of my shotgun either looked a little too skinny or a little too detailed, and so one thing I did to help avoid this is I used the assault rifle that I made earlier as a reference so that I could make sure that any new weapons I made were constructed using a similar set of rules, and this really helped a lot with consistency. Ever since I uploaded my last video, I've been getting a lot of offers from 3D modelers to help me create assets for my game, and first of all, I want to say thank you. It's really cool that people actually want to help me make my game, and I apologize that I haven't been able to respond to all of you. There have been a lot of offers. If my game becomes a success, I absolutely will require help from others to further develop the game, but for now, I want to spend some time injecting my own personality into the game and create sort of a cohesive look before I start getting help from others. Otherwise, the visuals are just going to end up looking really inconsistent since every artist does things slightly differently. Another problem I had to solve was a structural issue when it came to the weapon system in my game. Up until this point, I had built everything around the assumption that weapons would be shooting a single projectile at a time. Weapons like assault rifles and pistols, they shoot one bullet at a time, but obviously shotguns work a little bit differently since they shoot multiple projectiles at once. Now, I won't bore you with the details, but basically what I did was I made a completely separate weapon system just for the shotgun that would handle the multiple projectiles and the spread pattern so that it wouldn't interfere with the single projectile system. That being said, one of the core features of my game is the ability to change the way your weapon works to dynamically suit the situation as it unfolds in a match. And so I also had to make sure that the shotgun would also be able to use the single projectile system if needed. And in order to make that possible, I had to rewrite a few things in my game to allow for that extra flexibility. Had I thought about this before making my game, I wouldn't have had to go back and restructure a lot of stuff just to get it to work, but for some reason it completely slipped my mind and I suffered for it. And that is the real reason why progress was so slow this week. Basically, I was rewriting a lot of stuff, and combined with the fact that I tend to work pretty slowly in general, the result is that we got one thing done this week. But yeah, before we end the video, I want to know what you think about the shotgun's firing animation. I tend to like animations that feel punchy but aren't overly exaggerated, and I'm wondering if I've managed to capture that vibe here. Also, while it seems like it's all just one single animation, it's actually two separate animations seamlessly stitched together. There's the firing animation, and then there's a separate pumping animation. Let me know in the comments why you think I did this, because there is a good reason, but I'm curious to know what you think that reason is. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, bell for more gaming content. Links to my streaming channel, my Twitter, and my Discord all down below. And as always, have a nice day.